Today I'm counting down my picks for the top 10 worst products I reviewed in 2024, or should I say the bottom 10. These were chosen among about 200 products I reviewed this year, and when looking back over the entire year, these were the worst of the bunch. So without further delay, let's get right to my worst of 2024. We start this countdown with the music hat, which might seem like a good idea at first, but it really wasn't implemented very well. The music had no bass whatsoever, the controls are hard to find. It's certainly not better than a cheap pair of earbuds. But here's some scenes from my original review. Let's take a look at this Bluetooth hat. I paid $19.99 for this. Now they claim that it is a Bluetooth hat with speakers right here. To charge it, you have to kind of dig underneath here, and there it is, it's USB-C. I found it from my phone, so it's connected. We are set. It's kind of deeper than I'm used to, is pushing my ears out. My ears are, look at my ears. That's not good. What's up with that? Right now I hear absolutely no bass whatsoever. None, not any bass. I can't feel these buttons whatsoever. I can't feel them. I'm pressing it. My first impression is that there is zero bass on this thing. None. I'm actually listening to Tom Sawyer by Rush, one of my favorite bass songs out there. And guess what? I don't hear Getty at all. There's no Getty in this song. This is a Getty-less Tom Sawyer, which is very unsatisfying. Also, I'm looking at myself in the monitor there. It's like, I don't know if I like this look very much. I feel like it's one of those long tables that Putin sat at during COVID when he was scared of getting germs. It's a very long bill. I'm a little bit noisier street now, and as expected, it sounds even worse. Whenever a car drives by, the music is gone.
Well, right now you sound like as if you were driving like in a tunnel or under a bridge or something like that. You sound very echoey.
How's that sound now?
Crisp. Perfectly fine.
Sound quality of the phone is a 10. What was the music hat?
If this is a 10, the music hat was like a 4.
Oh, that doesn't sound too good.
It is not good. It works, it's not great.
Number 9 on my list is a product that I bought from Amazon that was supposed to be the Boon Glow Nightlight, but I think it was a cheap knockoff. The original wasn't very highly rated, and I don't even think that's available anymore. It looked nothing like the videos going around, and the glowing feature didn't really work at all. So let's flash back to see how my original review went. The Boon light you can't really find. It's out of stock everywhere. I'm not sure if they even make it anymore. It's not even on their website. So even though this is clearly a counterfeit, I'm gonna review the counterfeit. Let's do it. The claims that it's a multicolored nightlight for kids includes removable glow balls that act as a portable light. I guess these are going to have to kind of charge up if they're glow in the dark, because right now I'm not seeing much. All right, so I kind of let these sit here for about an hour just with this light on. So let's see how it actually looks when I turn the lights back off. I mean, once again, it looks nice like that, but let's turn the light off and see if we actually get some glow in here. Wow. If it's glowing, it's not glowing very much. You would think it would be glowing a little bit. If I light this thing up, maybe with a flashlight, will I get it to actually glow here? Maybe the light in the unit's not bright enough. Let's see. We see a little bit of glowing. That's what you want it to look like. When I take it away, it kind of glows for a few seconds. UV light seems to be the best bet there. Flashlight on this hand, UV light in this hand. I'm gonna leave it on for a little bit and see what happens. I want to say that the UV light, this one right here, ended up being a little bit brighter than the flashlight here, but they are fading rather quickly. After about a minute, they're barely glowing. So, you know, I think the one from the UV light's slightly brighter than the flashlight, but they're so dim it doesn't really matter. I mean, it is an attractive looking piece, and it does provide an ample amount of light, but looking more closely at it, I mean, we already determined these don't really provide much light at all. And inside here, we just have a couple of LED lights. So really all you have is a couple of LED lights and some cheap plastic. 60 bucks, and not even the real thing? I don't know about that. Number 8 on my countdown is a sliding pizza peel that was going around online earlier this year. It was touted as a new take on a classic design, but to me it was a bad take that set the design back about 100 years. But let's look back at how my original test went. Let's try the sliding pizza peel. I paid $22.99 for this. All right, so the claims that this allows you to effortlessly transfer pizza with a subtle pull and push. Keeps the toppings intact while moving the pizza. Oh, it kind of worked. Let me try that again. I'm not going easy. Let's try this one more time. It kind of worked. But even this small pizza, look at it. It's like bowing. I feel like it's gonna break off at any second now. It's already kind of sliding off, but let's see. All right, that worked. This is the big test. This is it. This is the big test. Oh, it's pushing it back. Oh, I think I got some. Let me try again. Oh, I got it. I did it. So it just slid right off. And I've already noticed, look at this, after just one use, I've already got like a thread hanging off there. There's something going on the side over here. It got stuck once. It feels like it's gonna break at any minute now. So just because it worked doesn't mean I would still use it. Number 7 is another product I saw going around online, and that is this, which was a shredder I got from Temu. It's supposed to be good for cabbage and other items. I found it was really not good for anything. The only thing this shredded were my hopes of getting something useful. Check out some scenes from my review. All right, so I paid about $6 for this on Temu. I've seen them on Amazon anywhere from $8 to $18. It's usually marketed as a cabbage slicer, but almost every listing I've seen shows it as a multi-vegetable slicer as well. Now, it's only a right-handed, you can't use it left-handed. You can't unless you're gonna do it away from yourself. That seems awkward. All right, oh, it's working. It's kind of working. It's definitely shredding it, but I for some reason I thought it was going to take off more at any given time. It seems like it's a very small amount. It's working, but it's kind of slow. So the first cut's not bad. And then it kind of once it smooths out, it's not so good. The cutting is very inconsistent. Some feel really good, some don't. And I feel like I'm just gliding across it now. Come on, man. If I recall, they were showing it like this on the edge. Let's see here on the bell peppers. See, the first couple cuts were all right. This feels unsafe. It's like very flimsy. I'm not sure which is more flimsy, the bell pepper or the cutter itself. Oh, come on, this is not good for carrots. Not only does it make anything resembling a uniform cut, but it's just flinging the little bits and pieces all, it's a failure. This is a failure, come on now. If you're wondering, I am pushing pretty hard. I mean, if the idea of this slicer is to make slicing easier, the amount I have to push to make it work for each pass is extensive. I'm pushing really hard. It's like, I'd rather just use a knife. I tried. This is an example of, you see these kind of things going on around a line, they look great, you get one and it's a complete failure. Number 6 on my countdown were a pair of electronic drumsticks I got from Marshall's. They were fun to use, and not because they were good, but because they were so ridiculously bad. See for yourself when we flash back to my original review. The electronic drumsticks. It can play snare, tom-tom, and cymbals, and it requires 4 AA batteries, not included. It's funny, they're huge and they're light at the same time. They're lighter than drumsticks, but they're kind of fat too. Whoa. Wow, that is not a very good snare sound. Can you do it in the air? They light up with each beat. They do light up for the beat. Apparently, if you want to change the sound, you actually have to hold this button down. You can't just press it and it defaults. You have to hold it down. So it's like an electronic drum sound. Left hand, button 1. There's no bass drum, there's no hi-hat. There's some background music. It was doing it on its own. You can play the snare drum with it, but you can't play bass drum, you can't play hi-hat, you can hit crash cymbals, but you have to hold the button down and play crash cymbals. And half the time when I'm playing my snare part, it hits the snare going up. Or on the way down. I had low expectations, and unfortunately I didn't have them low enough because I still think it was pretty disappointing. Number 5 on my list was the Cuisinart ice cream maker. Now this one did deliver decent results in the end, but the process leading up to that was horrible. It's messy, it's a nightmare to clean, it's big, it's bulky, it's expensive. It seems like just a lot of work, a lot of money for what you get. But let's flash back to my original review and see how that went. Let's take a look at the Cuisinart soft serve ice cream maker. I paid $179.95 for this. Now they claim that you can make soft serve ice cream, yogurt, sorbet with this double insulated freezer bowl that makes 1.5 quarts of ice cream. First thing you gotta do is prepare the ingredients and then chill it. 1 cup of whole milk, 3/4 cup of sugar, pinch of salt, 2 cups of heavy cream, tablespoon of vanilla extract. Just kind of gently mix this together. So now we gotta cover it and chill it and then make some ice cream. Pouring the mix into the unit. All right, so that's what we've got in there. So I'll check back in a half an hour and hopefully we have some nice soft serve ice cream. We shall see. Oh, woo! And oh, we have something. We have something. It's coming out slowly, but we have something. Oh, the nuts are working. How about the sprinkles? Oh, the sprinkles came out of there. Oh, there's sprinkles everywhere. It's kind of coming out pretty slow. That's what we got inside there. Hopefully in about a half an hour, we have some beautiful chocolate ice cream. Taking a peek inside, it looks like ice cream. It looks like ice cream to me. It goes very slow, look at that. Reminds me of something else. What does that remind me of? It's chaos in here, oh man. Oh, look at that. Taste-wise, it's pretty good. I was kind of wondering how this recipe was gonna be. It's not bad. There's what we got. So come back in about a half hour. Hopefully it's delicious frozen yogurt. Oh, it's coming out slowly. Maybe it's already too done. It's plopping out of there, it's plopping. It's more firm than I expected after only 20 minutes. So I guess that's maybe good, I don't know. The topping dispensers were kind of all over the place. Sometimes it seemed to work, sometimes it didn't, and it dispenses off center. If it were me, I would spend the extra 20 bucks and go with the Ninja Creamy, which is more versatile. It delivers better results and it's easier to clean. Number 4 on my list is the Dente, which is an electronic piece of plastic you throw in your pasta that supposedly works as a timer. I didn't think that it worked very well. It seems like someone tried to redesign a classic timer and failed miserably. Let's flash back and see how my original review went. Let's take a look at the Dente. I paid $24.99 for this. They say it's the floating singing pasta timer. They say it sings different tunes in 4 different time intervals, 3 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes, and 11 minutes. There he goes. Put in there at the same time. Starting my stopwatch. Right now it just looks kind of like a plastic gangster floating around in pasta. It's very strange. All right, it's at 2.5 minutes. I already started singing. That's supposed to be 3 minutes. It's not very loud. It's very quiet. It did seem to start a little bit early. My stopwatch is maybe 5 to 10 seconds off from the time that it went in there. The next song we're gonna hear is at 7 minutes, which is a Godfather theme. So we'll have to wait for that. It's playing the Godfather theme when it's supposed to be 7 minutes, and it's quiet. At 9 minutes, the Tarantella. We shall see. Right now, it seems like its timer is a little bit off. At 5.5 minutes, we're playing the 9-minute theme. These songs are getting closer and closer together, and they're still quiet. Yeah, we're not even at 7 minutes, and it just played the 9-minute theme. And there it is, 7.5 minutes. This is my 11-minute timer. It is not close to being done. It is not al dente, it's not even cooked. It's quiet, the timer's off, it's just a big disaster. They also say the last song will be sung for approximately 5 minutes. Well, al dente has finished his performance and it was an utter failure. If I had tomatoes, I'd be throwing it at him to get him off stage. Number 3 on my countdown is the Helio AirBroom, which is a squeegee type broom, still advertising on television. I see impressive results on the ads on television, but I couldn't have had more different results than that. In fact, let's take a look and see how my original test went. Helio AirBroom, I paid about 35 bucks for this. Now they claim that it has a lift and grip flex blade that leaves nothing behind. It also comes with a dustpan and the small squeegee, which feels very light and flimsy. Coffee grounds, hiya! Oh, not bad. I mean, I'm not loving the dustpan, but the broom itself seems like it's working okay. Let's see, first up, can it even handle this soy sauce at all? Let's see. Oh, it's kind of smearing in a little bit. When I turn it over, it drips. Then what are you supposed to do? Go in the dustpan? I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Now the big question is, can this actually clean it up? Let's see. You know, it's not leaving a lot behind. It does do a pretty good job, but see what happens there? I just moved more back when I lifted it up. It's spreading the egg yolk. Oh, they're saying it's good for liquids. I'm saying it's not. It's making it worse. I'm making a mess here. So in the end, I don't really know about this. It's just so cheaply made. I mean, as you saw in that last sequence, I tried it as a squeegee. This didn't work very well. The small one kind of did. Neither one was really as good as a regular squeegee though. Number 2 on my list was one of the cheapest things I've ever bought. Cheap as in price and cheap as in quality. It's this multi-peeler from Temu that I paid 47 cents for, and I think that's still too much money for this. This one just didn't work. Check it out. But 47 cents. This is an ergonomic multi-use vegetable peeler. Well, it feels pretty cheap. They say it has a ring handle, ideal for fruits and vegetables and citrus. Guess we have to get started. Let me see if I can get this to work here though. Oh, it's not even puncturing the apple. Come on, man. Ugh. Let's try this very benign pear. Oh, just look what just happened. I just pushed into it here. Hold on. Oh, it's not doing the pear at all. Wow, look at that. That's just brutal. It is that bad. It's not doing anything. Now this supposedly can help you peel an orange. Let's try that and see if it can redeem itself. Oh, that's working. That is working. Let's see, look at it. Now that did work. Would you buy it for just that? I don't think so. I keep going back to this apple. I mean, it's like, I'm shocked at how bad that is. No matter what I do, what angle I have it looped over my finger here. And this thing is kind of in the way. I'm pushing my finger up against this sharp edge here. This feels very unsafe too. There we go, done, perfect. Before I get to my number 1 pick, I have a couple of honorable mentions. First up is probably the worst food item I tried all year, which is the ramen flavored s'mores. I'm not sure who decided to put those flavors together, but to me, that did not work. Here's some scenes from that review. Campfire s'mores and ramen. They say it's with natural and artificial flavors, ramen noodles in sauce, and it is s'mores flavored. One package is 400 calories, 800 milligrams of sodium. That's always good. Let's just take a little sniff here. Kind of has a bit of like a fake marshmallow flavor to it. In fact, I see little marshmallows in there. All right, we are up to the fill line. I see marshmallows floating in my ramen. That doesn't bode well. There it goes. There it goes. I back in about 3 minutes. After 3 minutes in the microwave, it did leak into my microwave. I was not happy about that. It's been 2 minutes of resting. I don't know, man. Those marshmallows kind of melted in there, but it's pretty hot still. Oh, that's weird, man. That is weird. I don't know, man. I was hoping, I thought maybe it's gonna be like really good. You know, I'll be totally surprised and it'll be so good. I'm not feeling that way. It tastes like ramen with marshmallows thrown in there. It's like it's a blend of flavors that I don't really like. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of mixing chocolate, marshmallow, and ramen together. It's just too weird for me. I don't think this is a good combination. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna keep eating a little more though. No, that's it. I'm done. My second honorable mention is my pick for the worst member review I did all year, and that is the bacon flavored toothpaste, which is the worst thing I've ever tasted. Even months later, I still almost gagged thinking about how bad that was. Let's flash back to that terrible moment when I tried it for myself. Time for some bacon toothpaste. Now I looked at the ingredients on there and there's no fluoride, so that might be a good thing or a bad thing for some people, depending on who you ask. They say that it's bacon flavored with a hint of mint. That doesn't even smell, that smells like rotten bacon. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. I really don't want to. This does not smell good. I gotta take one for the team, I gotta do it. Here we go. I'm not being dramatic and I'm not exaggerating. That's one of the worst things I've ever tasted. That was terrible. It was like if you set bacon grease out for about 2 weeks and then poured some mint on there to mask the flavor and then mix it up and let that sit for another 2 weeks. That's what it tasted like. Wow, that was bad. It just tasted like rotten bacon. My teeth are nice and clean though, but wow, is that bad? Wow. Whew. I would do this as a gag gift for someone that you maybe don't like so much, like maybe an office worker or something, because that's awful. Wow. And it comes down to this, and this should be no surprise to people who've watched my channel much in 2024, and that is this. The Boce Coaster is my pick for the worst product I reviewed in 2024. Now this blue coaster supposedly enhances the flavor of a drink just by placing your glass on it. And I saw no difference with anything I tried. Supposedly there's research that proves this works, but I don't need a physics paper to tell me that my taste buds didn't taste a difference. To me, these did nothing at all, and here are some scenes from that review. Let's take a closer look at the Boce Coaster. Now they claim that the coaster is just the right shade of blue with a wavelength that causes a molecular change in the drink. So I've got some coffee I just brewed right here, and I'm gonna place one on the coaster and one on the table right here. The stopwatch is going, and we're at 5 minutes. Control and Boce. I don't taste the difference. I don't taste the difference. All right, we have equal amounts of Captain Morgan here. Setting my stopwatch, and we are at 7 minutes. First up, the Control Captain. That's Captain, all right. Now for the Boce Captain, here we go. I don't see much difference. I would hope one will be more smooth than the other, but I'm not getting it. Let me keep trying. There's no discernible difference. It's the same. It is the same. It's the same. I don't care what they say. It's the same. Control and Boce. There's no difference. There's no difference. I don't have to go anymore. I've tried enough. As far as I'm concerned, this doesn't work. Well, that's it for this video. It's always kind of fun to look back over the year and look at my highs and lows, and this is a pretty good group of lows. Thank you to everyone who has liked, commented, and subscribed this year. Now it's on to 2025 to see what treasure and what trash lies ahead. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.